Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Sins of a Solar Empire Rebellion with me, TheDragoclaw. So I paused the game so we can have a quick look at the core tool. It's a fantastic ship. Come on camera, act right. Okay. As you can see it's got a lot of hull, not so much shields but still quite good. Then if we go into the ability management to give it an ability, this little plus sign up here notifies me when it's leveled up and it can use an ability. If it's a plus sign, it's got a new ability. If it's sort of arrow sign going like that way, then it's a fleet, it's a squadron. For this first ability, we're going to go with Power Surge because it has got what keeps the Cortal alive. So, I'll go over the abilities quickly, but Power Surge basically increases the shield restore rate and the weapon cooldown, so it can fire faster and it can restore its shields quickly, which makes it really hard to take down. It's got jam weapons to protect it from strike craft, so when strike craft come within a certain distance from it, their weapons are disabled and they can't fire at it or anything. And disruptive strikes here. Basically it's a always active ability, it's got a passive ability, and whenever one of its weapons hit a ship, their ability cooldown rate is increased by 17% and they lose antimatter. That is a very powerful ability to take down ships that would otherwise ruin the Cortal, like the Radiance, because if the Radiance could keep using its detonate antimatter on this Cortal, it wouldn't be able to use Power Surge and would be easier to kill, but because of this, the Radiance can't do that because it loses its antimatter faster than it can regain it. The Cortal's final ability is Volatile Nanites. It basically wraps around loads of frigates in sort of a old style Doctor Who-ish spot colour, and well, you see what I mean when I use it, if I use it. And basically they take extra damage, and when they explode they deal damage to nearby enemies, or well, technically they're nearby friends, but yeah, you know what I mean, hopefully. So, I'm going to send this guy, now that we've upgraded him. I'm going to send him towards this desert planet over here. Because, alone, he can do a lot of damage. He can probably take this planet without any other assistance, because he is really strong. Other ships, a couple of ships might take quite a bit of damage, but they would be able to beat 5 ships in a straight up fight. Although you'll probably want to support them with frigates. Another thing I should have mentioned last time, which I failed to, was that this time I used the Joron Migrator, which is the colony ship for the Visari, instead of choosing the Visari's colonizing capital ship. That's because I like the Cortal because it can survive a fight really well. It can take on small fleets all by itself, and I wanted to be extra secure with myself. So if you are playing this for the first time, I would kind of suggest playing Visari because of the ability of the Cortal to just take on practically anything, although Visari are one of the hardest factions to play effectively. Apart from that, you'll probably, where is it? Capital ships. You'll probably want to go with your colonizing capital ship, which is always the middle slot, so it's always the third one in. You can double check that by hovering over and checking the abilities and looking for colonize. The 2 ships for the other factions are the Progenitor Mothership for the Advent and the Akan Battlecruiser for the Tech. So both of which are not bad. I would say the Akan is a bit on the lame-ish side, but it is okay. Its final ability is great. So yeah, I'm going to send that guy off. I'm going to unpause the game. Let him work his magic. I won't send the frigates in just because they'll probably get killed. In fact, I'm going to send them over here. Now, I know what this planet is because I've played this map before. It's just going to be another asteroid, like up here. But I wouldn't recommend sending your ships blindly into unknown worlds. Okay, so we're just going to do a bit of upgrading here. So we've already maxed out its population and everything. So I'm going to put down a Imperial Lab. I'm going to choose this because I want to be able to get my upgrades to this lot. Arctic and Volcanic Evangelism. Or not, no. Occupation. Evangelism is for the Advent. That's because I want to be able to take this planet here. This annoyingly named planet. Oh Jesus, I can see the comments right now. If you don't know why that's a significant planet, that's okay, it's a running joke on my channel, which a few people are going to have fun with. Anyway, yeah, I want to be able to colonise that place because it's an ice planet and I would really like an ice planet to increase my crystal income. Okay, so these guys should be able to fight fairly well. Probably shouldn't have intervened there, probably caused more harm than good, but oh well. And you can see over here, the Cortol is doing pretty well. You know what, I'm actually going to zoom in on this fight, I don't have anything else to do. Let's see how I explain anything. Everything, not anything. Well, I'm not sure if I have explained anything. It's really hard to explain everything when you know everything, because you don't know what to explain and what not to. I know I said I'll be zooming in on that fight, but I lied. Okay, I'm just going to send that upgrade right now, because I have the money. One other thing I'm going to say is I use the black market here very liberally. I think it's a good thing to, because there's no point sitting around waiting for your crystal to get to where you need it to be if you can just buy the crystal you need and then get on with your life. Other people's just wait for the crystal and metal to get to the level they need it at. That's fair enough, but I think they're wrong. Just buy it. I mean, credit income is usually a lot more than the other two. Like right now it's about 10 times or 8 times more. I'm not going to do the exact calculation, but it's a lot more than, you know, just sitting around waiting, so you might as well just buy it. Okay, I'm going to send this guy over here. I might have to build another migrator just so that I can colonise a bit faster. Now, I'm colonising pretty quickly, but that's because I'm playing on unfair. You can probably get away with colonising slower than I am. Okay, I'm just going to use an upgrade into this, because it can increase my metal and crystal extraction rate, which will be very useful in the future. I really hope I'm explaining everything as I'm going along. If you have any questions, just put them in the comment section. I'm usually pretty quick to answer them. But it's really hard to know how to explain and what I have explained and what I haven't. I'm going to take another sip of water. Takes a lot out of your throat doing this. I guess I could share some of my wisdom against fighting the AI. I will say this, it's very important to know the AI you're playing, like how fast they expand and what they do, when they're likely to attack. It's very useful to know things like that when you're defending against them. Generally, the AI sort of just attacks as soon as it sees you're weak in a place. It's hard to describe how they will attack, 'cause it's usually very situational, but once you've played a few games and got a feeling for the AI, you'll know certain things about it, and you'll know how and when it will strike. But that just takes practice, so you've got to be willing to put in a few hours. Okay, I just built a single missile platform there. I don't for one second think that will hold off an attack. I'm just using it to buy myself time. And I'm going to go over here and I'm going to develop this planet. Am I? Yes, I am. I'm going to give it one more point in logistics, just so that I can put down 2 more structures. In case you didn't know, planets, well, asteroids get 12 logistic slots, and each structure takes 4. Now, don't ask me why they didn't just say, okay, each structure will take 1. Because literally every single logistic structure takes 4. I don't know why. Maybe it was a... Oh jeez, they're already attacking. Okay, well, these little guys here are the Advent. These are Vesper corvettes, which means this is the Advent Rebels, I think. Yes, Advent Rebels. Now, wisely, they're going after my construction frigate before he can build that turret. They didn't used to be that smart, they used to go after the turret first. But he's not going to live very long. He's hardly got the armour to deal with that. Corvettes are small ships that excel in fighting long-range missile frigates. They were added to the game to prevent people in multiplayer from rushing as effectively. And I am starting to feel the pain of my lack of ships, so I'm going to buy a load. Okay, they're already on the way. I was going to stop them, but... Okay, my capital ship over here leveled up, so I'm going to click that button to summon, to like, bring my attention to the ship in question. And I'm going to choose Disruptive Strikes. Now, I think this is a bug, but it's been in Sins of the Solar Empire as long as I can remember, but the level, you know, your ship is leveled up will flash twice. I don't know why, it just will. Okay, so they're slowly starting to reinforce, which is unfortunate. I'm going to target the Disciple vessel. Now I'm sending frigates over there, so hopefully they're not going to reinforce with anything major. As soon as the Devastator is finished with this Javalis, I'll send him over. In fact, I'll give him the order now. I'll probably blow it up with his side weapons. Yep, it's gone. I'm going to send a Migrator over there. It will lose all its antimatter, because you lose 100 antimatter when you jump. But it will eventually get enough antimatter to colonise this rather pathetic desert planet. To be honest, I'd hope for more extractors, but what can you do? Okay, now I'm going to buy a weapons lab, because I would like to have some better ships. The skirmishes are okay, but I would much rather have something like assailants. Assailants are long-range missile frigates. Or rather, they're technically long-range frigates, because long-range missiles are property of the technically. 5 points for the pun there. But, yeah, but they're a long-range frigate. They excel at destroying light frigates and in fact I'm not sure what else they excel at destroying apart from everything. Hang on a sec. Okay, so apart from light frigates, they're decent at taking out capital ships and heavy cruisers apparently. So there you have it. but they are very useful, particularly because the Visari ones happen to use phaser missiles, which, when you get the appropriate upgrade, which I'm going to research right now, can bypass shields, or they have a chance to. Right at the end they have up to a 25, maybe even 30% chance, I think, to bypass shields. Another thing you should note, practically all of the first tier in everything you should probably get. I mean, maybe not improved salvaging, although that's not too bad. But yeah, pretty much, maybe not these, I don't know. But pretty much everything in the first tier you might as well get, because they're very cheap and they are quite effective. They're good bang for your buck, you could say. Okay, my Devastator has arrived. I'm shocked these guys aren't trying to run. They are trying to run. Okay, so in case you didn't know, the best way to fight someone attacking you is to use a fleet. In Entrenchment and Diplomacy, the previous two expansion packs for the game, it was very effective to just plonk a starbase down, because as soon as you got a like reasonably upgraded starbase, the AI could just not take your homeworld. They'll just bash their head straight into the starbase over and over again, and it's really quite pathetic. You can see it in some of my other Let's Plays if my advertisement works. But yeah, seriously, you can see them do some terrible things. In Rebellion, the AI now knows how to use Titans, so that's not going to work as effectively, because Titans can take on an equally leveled starbase one-on-one and they'll probably win. Heavily upgraded starbases are pretty hard to take out, but with a Titan and a fully upgraded fleet, they can fall quite quickly. And hooray, everyone's after me. Okay, now we've acquired this planet, so I'm just gonna throw down some extractors, put 2 points at least into civilian infrastructure, and I think that'll be it. These guys I'm going to make into a fleet and have them jump together. Personally, that's a thing of mine. I like to have my ships jump together so that they don't trickle in and get destroyed fairly easily or alert the enemy to my presence. But jumping single file, sort of like whenever you're ready, long group like that, can have its bonuses. You definitely shouldn't go solely one or the other, in my opinion. You need to be flexible on that. And here they are coming to bomb my planet into the Stone Age. Giant builder. Oh joy! Everyone's attacking me. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to do things a bit fast now because I am legitimately concerned. I will come back and deal with you guys. At least after some defences where they're attacking. And they've got culture. Jeez. I need to do something about this. Damn it, you guys, demanding tutorials. I'm dying here, and you want me to expect me to talk about how to play the game? Damn you all. Oh, jeez. Sell stuff. When culture starts to become a problem, you should definitely do something to stop it becoming a problem, because it's not nice to deal with. Missiles loaded. Okay, come on. I really shouldn't have messed about with the advent. I knew I had to advent side by side and I didn't even bother researching culture. That's a bad move. Don't do that. Don't waste my time. I'm going to take that off autocast because I want to use it now. Poised to strike. Research. Get me that, whatever you call it, propaganda center. Structure complete. I want propaganda and I want it now. That should be an advert. Oh jeez. Now purge vessels are purely for bombarding, so they are going to bomb this planet until I stop them. What was I thinking, putting both of these guys as attacking, offensive? My platform should, if it's fully built, it should hold them off for a while. It is. So yeah, we'll fight them. Build that goddamn culture center, I don't care where it is. That culture is getting pretty close. As long as we get enough culture centers, we should be okay. 1 or 2 should be enough to hold them off.
An allied fleet needs assistance.
Okay, so I'm gonna sell a bit of metal. And I'm going to go down here to Fleet Logistics because I cannot afford to buy a new ship. So I'm gonna increase my supply capacity. And now I can queue up a bunch. And by a bunch I mean 1. Sell a bit more metal. And we'll focus on this fight here. I will win. It's just a matter of how fast I win.
Research finished. Don't waste my time.
Power surge. Yeah, you can see how it's very powerful. Because this level 3 Revelation is not going to be able to get through my guy's shield. Not when it has power surge. In fact, I'll question what it's still doing here, but I don't know, maybe it'll die here. Uh-oh, I'm starting to lose culture, which isn't too good.
It's yours.
Okay, they're bombing the hell out of that place. Good thing I fortified it. Okay, so I'm going to end this episode here. Hopefully I live to see the next one. I'll see you guys next time.